This week at High Peak, we're heading up to Halifax to collect two classic cars and see if we can get them back down to Stockport without breaking down. Then I've got to deal with my cheap Range Rover Evoque, which is finally finished, and get it listed for sale. And then to wrap things off, we're heading down to my mechanics to pick up my cheap Bentley GT and check in on a few ongoing projects. Hello and welcome back to more High Peak. Well, we've got a very busy day today. We're going up to Yorkshire next to pick up one, definitely, but maybe two quite interesting cars. I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day. I'm always looking for interesting cars, and I saw a Ford Probe. Now, when was the last time you saw a Ford Probe? I haven't seen them, well, for decades. If you don't know what a Ford Probe is, it's sort of like a 90s version of a Capri. A bit sort of Mustang-y. It's like quite a sporty two-door coupe with pop-up lights. I saw it advertised on Facebook Marketplace and it looked quite tidy, and it was for sale for £1,200. So I messaged the guy and it turns out he's a viewer of the channel, and he's also got quite a few interesting cars, and he told me he wanted to thin out his collection. So I thought, right, this could be perfect. I'm always looking for interesting cars, so I thought, well, maybe we could do some sort of deal. The other car that he's got that I'm quite interested in is a Rover 75. Now, let me be clear, I detest the 75, but this one's only done 25,000 miles. It's a 1.8 petrol, and it's an LPG conversion, but I think it was done at the factory, I believe. So it looks quite nice. It's in like a dark blue colour, so that's the second, but he's also got loads of other interesting cars. So we're going to head up to the Halifax area next and go and check them out. As soon as my brother's got his head out of the fridge. That's my lift. That's what I'm dealing with, ladies and gents. Got his hand stuck in the cookie jar. Right, we're going to hit the road then.
Real mature.
Well, we're on our way up to Halifax now, and well, here's the Ford Probe then. Steve hadn't seen it, but it does look quite cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
I quite like the wheels. I like the pop-up headlamps.
I wouldn't have it in red.
It wouldn't be my first choice of colour, to be honest, but...
What engine is it?
A 2-litre petrol manual. It's got an MOT till June. It does look quite clean. I think it's done 160,000 miles. This is one of those cars that I've just never had, never been in, never driven. There's a little bit of lack appeal on various parts, but we can soon fix that. So I just thought before we get there, I'm just going to do a quick car vertical check, just make sure it's all clear and stuff. And the same thing with the Rover 75.
How much is that Probe worth?
Well, the asking price is £1,200, and I think, well, the asking price on the Rover is £1,200 as well. I don't know. I'm going to try and do a deal for.
It takes nice pictures.
He does actually. Do you think that's AI? You think that's genuinely just a good picture?
Genuinely a nice photo.
It looks good, doesn't it? Especially with the snow. And it's quite a nice colour.
Photoshopped.
Quite a nice colour blue, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my vision without contact lenses. That's the one you want to keep your eye on.
About the fuel tank.
No, the temp gauge. Because it's a 1.8 K series petrol and they're rubbish. But with 24,000 miles on, maybe it's alright. So I was just hoping that I could do a deal for like £2,000 for the pair, maybe. Right, let's check this out on Car Vertical then. M287JRG, check.
You got the reg for the other one?
It's on the Facebook ad. Right, so the Probe is all clear. Never been clocked, no outstanding finance, no damage. Never been stolen, so that's all good.
It's got no finance on it, innit?
Yeah, it is. It is 30 years old. A bit of gap in the MOT history, so I'm guessing it's been off the road for a bit. It's had a bit of welding over the years, but you'd expect that, I think. FE Fizio.
Is that the Rover?
Yes.
There's one for 750 quid here, you know?
Rover?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Right, the Rover's clear as well. So, never been clocked, no finance outstanding, no damage, never been stolen. So, we're all good. Okay, right, good. At least we know. So I checked both cars out and they're all clear, no finance outstanding, never been stolen, no recorded accident damage, so we're all good to go. We're about 28 minutes away, so I'm quite excited actually. So they're both advertised for £1,200 each, so £2,400 for the pair. I'm hoping to do a bit of a deal with the guy, maybe get them for £2,000 for the pair, but we'll see. I think at £1,200 each, they're cheap enough really, but we'll always try and get a bit of a deal. Well, we're just pulling in now, so I'm quite excited to see these two cars. And I'll be quite glad to get out my brother's car. He's driving, he's doing my head in. I think he's just left foot braking on purpose just to wind me up. Oh, there we are, look at this.
Oh, that's quality car. I feel like I'm going back to the 80s.
I know. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's one, is it?
That's Ford Probe, yeah. Thanks for taking an interest in your job.
Yeah.
Right, let me go and have a word with Richard then. Go and get the keys.
I'm just a mate of his. I got into him through that Probe. That Probe is what made me meet probably one of my best mates.
Right, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good fun memories, that car now already. So yeah. I like it though.
Yeah.
But it's one of those, it needs a bit of paint.
Yeah.
I think, like I say, he paid 900 quid, I won't lie, so
Yeah.
he paid 900 quid.
Yeah.
And then he spent more,
Yeah.
he's put it for 1200 quid and he's losing on it.
Yeah,
He's already
right.
told me he's losing 300 quid.
Yeah, right.
He's got 15 in it. I was like,
Yeah.
well, what sort of business model is this? I was laughing at him saying, mate, we're meant to... Not far off. I need to go grab keys and stuff. He's left everything out. He gave me instructions.
Yeah. All right, no, nice.
There's also that lovely Escort, I don't know if you've seen.
I didn't know anything about that, no.
It's stunning.
Is it really?
Yeah. I like it.
Right.
I've got 5 of them or something.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah. Mine are all knackered rust buckles
Right,
for
okay.
racing.
But that's quite a nice one, is it?
Oh, it's
It looks
the
nice.
cleanest one I've ever seen. And I've seen probably about a dozen of them
Yeah.
recent times. It's clean.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Thought I'd mention it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, he's quite happy to sell you anything.
Yeah, right, okay.
Apart from his Sunny or his,
Yeah.
I think he wants to keep the Renault.
The Renault, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice collection of cars though, isn't it?
Yeah. What an unusual mix of cars, isn't it?
Just a bit, yeah.
So this looks quite nice, actually. It needs a lot of... Yeah, no worries. It needs quite a bit of paint work, but it's 1200 quid, and it's only done 24,000 miles.
No. That's not going to be an original colour on the Escort, is it?
Doesn't look it, does it?
I've never seen one that colour.
You wouldn't have thought so back in 1996 or whatever.
Quite like it.
Yeah, no, I quite like it. So this needs, there's a bit of damage to the front bumper, bonnet painting, roof painting, boot lid painting, and a bit of damage there. It almost wouldn't be worth doing, to be honest, because you're going to be into maybe 800 quid's worth of paint work. Because it looks quite tidy even as it is.
Yeah.
Want some tyres because they're cracking as well, but... And the Probe wants paint in the same sort of place. So there are a few little dent master jobs on the side, but the worst bit is the bonnet.
So you think it's a no for that one?
No, I'm thinking no. No, I'm quite keen on both actually. But yeah, they do both need paint work. This one's, they're cheap cars, so I'm quite realistic.
Yeah.
But it wants the front bumper, bonnet and wings, I guess, and then blending in. But again, I don't know how far you'd go with it. It probably would be best just to tidy it up a little bit without going mad on the paintwork.
Can you not just re-lacquer the bonnet? Or?
No.
It's a full paint job.
Yeah.
The interior's cool though.
It is cool,
Very
isn't it?
90s,
I know, it's really clean. Yeah. Well, I've done a deal to buy them both then, so now all we've got to do is get them back to the garage. They're both quite low on fuel, so first stop petrol station, and then we've got an hour and 10-minute drive back, so I'm just hoping they get there in one piece. They should get back to Stockport, shouldn't they?
They
should get back to Stockport, right?
What,
shouldn't
without
they?
breaking down?
Yeah.
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 That
There
got
we go.
from Leicester.
Right, fine.
And this came from Preston. So
Okay.
it was fairly local to you.
We'll stay confident then. Right.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to hit the road then.
Yeah.
I'll catch up with you later on.
Have fun.
Yeah, right. And thanks very much.
Right, so first time driving a Rover 75.
Well, this is my first time driving a Ford Probe, and so far, so good. Yes, I've only driven a mile, but everything works. It smells a bit doggy. I think they've had a dog in here, to be honest, or somebody has over its 30-year life. But I'm quite pleased with it. We need to get some fuel, though. I'm quite low. Steve's behind me in the 75, and I know he's on fumes. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this next, but it's just quite nice to be back in a 90s car. Cars were just much simpler back then. It all just feels quite nice. My indicator on the opposite side, which is something I need to constantly bear in mind. Should have checked all this before, shouldn't I really? But everything works. I've been playing around with it while I've been stuck in traffic.
They've abandoned me with no fuel. It's a weird car, this, because even though it was only made in the late 90s, they tried to make everything kind of retro themed. It looks like an old Jag S-Type or something, and it drives right though, it's not knocking or anything.
Does it feel like it's going to make it back alright?
Yeah, it'd be fine. I've driven worse. The back of that Ford Probe's really cool. It's like a giant light bar before light bars were cool. Or is it that they were cool and then they're cool again now? Oh, it's got a light out. Got a brake light out.
We've got a few rattles and creaks coming from the plasticky dash, but it's to be expected, I suppose, in a 30-year-old American car. I don't know anything about the Ford Probe. Were these built in Dagenham? I've got no idea. Oh, that's nice. Nice F-Type. I always say this when I get in an older car, but this must have been quite a car in its day. Quite cool, really. So we've got a 2-litre petrol engine. I assume it's a 4-cylinder, naturally aspirated. It'd have been nice with a V6 or something, wouldn't it? Or a V8 even. I think we'll give it a full service though, because there's a slight sort of splutter occasion when you put your foot down like that. So I think a fresh set of plugs and leads and everything else would do it wonders. Let's go and get some fuel then.
Right, let me fill this up and I will be back with you. Old-fashioned handbrake. Sorry, Matt.
I just panicked then for a second because I was looking at the gauges and I noticed one was perilously close to full and I thought, oh no, I'm overheating already. Anyway, turns out that's my fuel gauge. So we're fine, we're doing good. My fuel gauge is the right side of halfway and my fuel gauge is full. We've got a my oil pressure, that's fine. We're doing good. We're doing good. Everything's going all right. I don't want to jinx it. So far, my old Ford Probe is très bien. Oh yes, look at that. Why do I get so excited over a pop-up headlamp? I know they probably got outlawed because of pedestrian safety, but really? They look cool. Why couldn't we have just kept them? I know things were different 30 years ago, but this doesn't feel particularly sporty. It doesn't feel that quick. So it's only a 2-litre, 130 horsepower or something, so I suppose it's not going to feel particularly brisk.
Oh, wheel spin. Naughty. Do you reckon that's the first time a Rover 75's been wheel spun? Oh, it rolls a lot. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Was trying to overtake, but I'm struggling for power. We've got roughly an hour's drive back to Stockport. Traffic's quite heavy. I'm in a 30-year-old Ford Probe that's missing slightly, but we're going to make it. We're going to manifest a safe arrival. That's what we're going to do. I think this is just in need of a thorough service.
Right, so we're on the M62 now. Got about an hour left. Nice and quiet, considering I'm doing 70 miles an hour. It's much better than the Rover 25 that we tried to give away. I drove that, and 5 minutes was, enough in that. This, I could do, a couple 100 miles in it, easy. Got my tape player. What could be a heated seat, I don't know, I'll have to leave that on. But yeah, I've run out of things to say, so unless anything eventful happens, I'll see you when we're back in Stockport.
I've just got off the M62 then, and it's sending me via Rochdale, which is fine. We're only about 40 minutes away now. So far it's been okay, but one thing I will say is old cars are quite temperamental. Like for example, I glanced down at one point and my temp gauge was at about sort of 3/4 of the way. I started to panic slightly, so I whacked my heater on full blast, and then it started to go back down to halfway. So I'm just keeping one eye on it now, and to be fair, it hasn't gone above 75%, it hasn't gone above 3/4. Maybe that's normal. You just get used to new cars being a bit more reliable, don't you? But maybe a temp gauge that's all over the place is perfectly normal.
Quick update. I was driving along, I was a bit bored of driving in silence, so I thought, we'll give the radio a go. It's got 6 stations pre-programmed. Number 1, BBC 2. Number 2, BBC Radio 2. Every single preset is on BBC Radio 2. I think that tells you all you need to know about the previous owners of this car.
The poor needle on the temp gauge doesn't know whether it's bored or punched. It is all over the place. How weird. Apart from that though, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. We've got about 38 minutes to go, so hopefully we'll get back there in one piece. You know when you drive a new EV and you get range anxiety? Well, you get sort of reliability anxiety with an older car. We'll be fine. We'll be alright.
Right, and I might switch on.
Well, I'm glad that's over with. It was fine. I don't like being stuck in rush hour traffic in a car that I don't know, especially a 30-year-old one. Was that alright, Steve?
Yeah, I like it.
Really?
I mean, I wouldn't have it, but like,
Right, good.
if you told me I had to do 200 miles on it tomorrow, I'd be happy.
Yeah, right, okay.
How was yours?
Fine. I'm quite envious actually. I think I would have rather been in that one. Only because it's only done 24 and it feels like new. This is a bit ratty and a bit worn out.
Seemed like you were struggling to keep up.
Yeah. There's a bit of a splutter on this. Like I think
Right.
it needs a service or something, but
Looks nice.
it'll be fine. I like the headlamps. The pop-up
Yeah,
lights.
it looks cool on the rear view.
Yeah.
You've got a brake light out and we've
Have
got
I?
matching flat tyres at the rear.
Right. Okay. Just as I got like about a mile away after we got off the motorway, I could hear a bit of an exhaust blow. So I don't know whether
Right.
there's some sort of something needs attention there.
It does look cool though.
Yeah. I'm quite impressed with those really. Yep.
No rush.
Yep.
It's Friday.
Yeah, 2,100 quid for the pair. I think that's all right, really. The temp gauge was all right on that, was it?
Yeah,
Did it not?
No.
Because this was all over the place.
And
Up, down,
it got over 70, all right.
Right, okay. Right, good.
Just.
Good. Okay. Well, that's it then for today. We got them both back in one piece, thankfully. I'm not sure what the next steps are. There's quite a job list on both. I suppose I need to go up to the office really and make a list and just start attacking it. I think this one needs to go to my mechanics first and get a service done. But yeah, it'll keep me busy for the next few days. I'll be doing videos on the main channel with both of these, so if you want to keep an eye on the progress, then head over to the main channel. Not sure how long this is going to take me, to be honest, but they'll keep me busy. So I think that's it for today. I'm going to head home, go and get some dinner. Well, I've just finished filming with the two cars that we bought from Halifax yesterday, the Probe and the Rover. Now, surprisingly, the Rover was the pick of the bunch. I think the Rover will make a really nice car. The Ford Probe, on the other hand, not so much. It's a bit of a dog, to be honest. I'm just going to, I think, try and get it through a fresh service and a fresh MOT, and maybe just do the bare minimum to that one. I don't want to get too involved. But the Rover, I think, could be a nice sort of concourse example. So that's that. Keep an eye out on the main channel for those videos because they're coming soon. But I was just in the office sorting through some paperwork, and this made me laugh actually. I found my invoices for my first quarter in business from back in 2015. Now, this is both sort of, I don't know, it's both depressing and sort of uplifting because I've come a long way. And yet also it makes me feel like I've wasted the last decade because not much has changed really. So let me give you an example. I bought a Seat Ibiza for £100 and then sold it for £180. Good deal. A Fiat Seicento 2001 in red. I bought for £200, sold for £340. Honestly, I mean, I've got dozens of these. It's quite good, I suppose, because in many cases I did double my money, but what was I thinking of, really? This is the very definition of starting from the bottom, isn't it? I bought a Vauxhall Corsa, an X-Reg Corsa, for £75. Sold it for £300. Peugeot 206 on a Y indeed. A Ford KA, I bought for £100 and then sold it for £80. Good bit of profit then. Kia Magentis. This is the sort of quality cars I was buying back then. This was a Cat D, I think, Kia Magentis. I bought for £200, sold for £250. It's good going. Renault Clio, Renault Laguna, bought for £150, sold for £200. Honda Jazz. It's just, I should throw these, but I quite like to look back and, I don't know, it's part of my history, isn't it? What's amazing really is this is only 10 years ago, but it's crazy that you can buy a running driving car for 75 quid. You can't really do that these days. I mean, I do videos with cheap cars all the time, but nowadays it's always the cheapest really is 300 quid, 400 quid, and it's a bit of a nail. But in those days, back in the halcyon days of 2015, you could pick up running cars for £75. Land Rover Discovery there on a Y. I'd buy that again today. What else have we got? Vauxhall Vectra on an 03, bought for £250, sold for £350. Peugeot 206, a lot of 206s. Oh, this one was miserable. This was a Vauxhall Corsa I bought, a 2005 Corsa I bought for £500. Sold it for £850. A guy called me down on the south coast, like Brighton or somewhere, and he was buying this Corsa for his daughter who just passed a test. So he arranged collection of it, and the engine blew up on his way home, so I had to refund him. Cool story.
These cheap cars, man, that you're buying for like 150 instead of 250. Do you have to do much work to them?
I can't remember, you know. I think I was just messing around with it myself.
Do you know what I mean? You can't get much.
No. I mean, even, yeah, like the cost of MOTs a few years ago were £35 and now they're £50. So everything has gone up substantially, really. No, I was still prepping stuff. But yeah, I mean, look at this, right. That's a bad example. Okay, oil filter, so a PDI basically, 50 quid. That isn't a 50 quid job anymore. Probably double that, 80 quid, 90 quid. So I did still have big bills. In the early days, I was selling maybe 40 cars a month, but they were just scrappy deals like this. You know, selling an R-Reg Ford Fiesta for 175 quid that I'd bought for 75. It got me to where I needed to be, I suppose, but it wasn't pleasant, and I don't miss those days. Ford Mondeo, £100. This one actually, I don't know if I should mention this or not. It's a BMW X5 that I bought for £3,600. Sold it for £4,000, but the people that came to buy it paid me with a carry bag full of cash. They had like burner phones on them. It was just the dodgiest deal ever. A Proton Impian. You'll have never heard of those. I bought a Proton Impian for £400, sold it for £850. And interestingly, actually, somebody sent me a picture of that car the other day because they'd spotted the High Peak Autos number plates on it. It's still on the road. When I first started, actually, I was desperate for stock. I didn't have any contacts, so I was just scouring eBay and Auto Trader for cheap cars. So I bought maybe half a dozen cars that I'd hand-picked myself. And interestingly, they were better quality cars, actually. But interestingly, they took ages to sell. So one was like a Nissan Pixo. Nissan Pixo had done 30,000 miles on an 09. So it was only a 6-year-old car at the time. Had that for ages. It was all the cheaper stuff that sold much more quickly. VW Polo I sold for £300, that I bought for £100. I was just speaking to any car dealer in the area and buying their cheap part exchanges. That's pretty much how the whole thing started. That's it, really. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting to have a look through, really. I don't know where the last 10 years have gone. Now then, I need to go down to my mechanics and pick up my very cheap Bentley. It's now running again. I need to get it back to the showroom, and I'm going to do a video with it where I unwrap it. I'm desperate to see what it looks like under that hideous blue wrap. I'm hoping it's in decent condition, but it's probably not, let's face it. Also, I need to finish a video with the Range Rover Evoque today, and I need to do a video with another Range Rover Vogue diesel that I bought that a few months ago for £2,600, and it now owes me, well, about twice that. So I need to do a video with that. So yeah, quite a busy day. Well, we're back at the garage now. I've just finished filming with this. Thought I hadn't closed that properly then. I need to finish the ending, I need to finish the video ending, should I say, with the Range Rover Evoque in the showroom. The badges are now on. It's now been to the valeters, so it's all ready to go. It looks really good actually. So I just need to move the S4 out, then get this out. I need to photograph it and then sort out the advert. And I'm thinking I'm going to advertise that for about $6,995. I know it's high mileage, it's done 126 or something, but it looks really good. So I'm fairly sure that won't be around too long. Looks really good actually. It's amazing what 3 months and £3,000 will do. So we'll pull that out, we'll get the S4 out. Yeah, quite a nice day today. Once this is done, I need to go to my mechanics, check in on the S5, which is still down there, and then bring the Bentley back. Because my plan is to get it in here and then strip the wrap off it. That's a job for tomorrow, I think. One down, one to go. Just roll this back. I'm just going to photograph this then, and then I'll take it out and finish my video. The wheels were powder coated yesterday by Prestige Wheels, and they've done a really good job actually. The only thing I need to sort out is this lamp lens. There's a bit of condensation there, but apart from that, it's a really nice example now. Right, I just need to upload these photographs to the website, grab my camera, and then I'm going to go and finish the video with this, and then I'll take you to see the Bentley. Right, I've just got to my mechanics now. I've got the key for the... Nearly dropped it. I've got the key for the Bentley. I'm going to get it back to the showroom now. It's still not fixed. It's nowhere near fixed, but at least we're going to get it back to the showroom so we can unwrap it. I forgot how hideous this thing was. You know what? I can't wait to unwrap it and reveal its nice original dark grey colour. It's going to look so much better. I'd forgotten actually, but we have done some work. I put new bonnet struts on it. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, we've got a flat tyre as well. See how observant I am? Let me put some air in that. I think this is the rattiest Bentley anyone's ever bought. Just looking there at my P38 as well. I'd have some money in the bank, wouldn't I, if I didn't keep making such poor decisions. Oh, is it? Yeah. Needs a set of tyres anyway. While waiting for the tyres to be pumped up, my S5 is very nearly done. It's been a long project this, but we're very nearly there. Hopefully tomorrow morning it'll be ready so I can get it to the valeters and then finish my video with that. My blue Range Rover over there is nearly done as well. We're getting through these projects, aren't we?
There's 30 odd in that anyway.
Right, that'll do.
I'll do your other ones.
Yeah, cheers, pal. Right, I'm going then, Wendy. Yes, sorted. Yeah, Daz did it.
I think Will's going to get he's got it, the radiator recut.
Yeah.
Saves pissing about.
Yeah, exactly.
But everything else, just have a word with James.
Yeah, okay.
And then I might look at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Cheers, Wendy. See you later. Right, we're ready to go then. So, the tyres are all... This car's quite poorly. System fault, workshop. Doesn't sound good, does it? I'm going to get this back to the garage now then, get it in the showroom so I can start unwrapping it tomorrow. We've got some air in the tyres, but all 4 tyres are worn and need to be replaced. So, one job at a time. Don't want to get overwhelmed. Be careful in that. Don't go quickly. I know. Oh dear. Right, so that's my brother taking the Ford Probe down to my mechanics. I think it's going to be condemned, to be honest. There's going to be a long list of things wrong with that. In other news though, good news this time, my Audi S5, which has had its timing chain and various other bits and pieces, is now done, I think. I think we're out of the woods now. I'm just going to take it and do some more miles on it and make sure it's all sorted. It's been a bit of a nightmare, this car. It's really tested my patience, but I think we're nearly there with it now. So I'm fairly confident we've sorted it. But there'll be a video on the main channel documenting the whole miserable experience. So check that out. So I think that's about it for this week with High Peak. Hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the links below. And yeah, I'll see you next week.